Ready, 20 minutes, go.
Okay. Welcome back, everyone, to this week's Monday evening edition of Fun with Nikki in the Kitchen with our cameraman here, James Kaiser. This evening, we're going to get a little intense. We're going to do some probing. Yeah, we are. But before we get into any orifices, I'm going to go over what I've prepped so far. So this evening we're going to have steak and we're going to have asparagus. And we're going to prepare that on our Pampered Chef Griddle and Grill. It's the electric grill and griddle. It's a new product and I've only used it a handful of times, but I absolutely love it. It has interchangeable plates. It's got the plates with the grill slots. It's got flat plates for pancakes or breakfast, eggs, omelets, and then it also, you can order separately waffle plates as well. But this evening, we're going to have steak, which I've already salted because I've learned that it's very important to salt your meat. To salt your meat, this is a family show, well, kind of a family show, but on both sides, and the longer you have that meat marinating in salt, the better. So I salted both sides around 8 o'clock this morning, and I've had that marinating all day. Plus I used the garlic and herb Pampered Chef spice seasonings, and it's gluten-free. So that's a bonus for you, gluten-free. So we've got our steaks ready here with the salt and the garlic and herb seasoning. But before I put my steaks on the grill, I'm going to get my garlic press. Oh, and it's already set for temperature. So our temperature is good on the grill. You heard those 3 beeps, consecutive beeps. Lets me know that my temperature's set to what I have my probe at. And the probe is like perfect for those of us who cook and then we look at the meat and we're like, is it done? It looks done. We're poking at it, pushing at it, cutting at it. I think it's good. You get it off the plate now. It needs cooked for a little bit more. You put it back in, then it's overdone. This takes the guesswork out of all of that. Perfect steak every time. So right now I'm going to take my garlic cloves and my garlic press and get that in the butter. All right. I always forget to take this cute little brush off of here so I can scrape everything. There it goes. Oh, that beautiful garlic flavor right in that fresh butter. That's a beautiful thing. And look, all that comes out is just that leaf, the covering. I love this thing. I think every kitchen should have one, especially if you love fresh garlic like we do. All right. Look at that. Scrape all that good stuff in there. I'll have to look up sometime and see all the good health benefits from eating garlic. Share that with y'all because I'm sure you're just dying to learn about it. All out of there. One more clove of garlic. There we are. All right. Shooting garlic everywhere. Probably heard about the probe and got excited. Alrighty. And just so y'all know, before we start out every evening, I do wash my hands. So as I'm sticking my fingers and stuff, it's not that I'm not being hygienic. So now I'm coming over here, cameraman, quit your drinking. And I'm going to put some of this garlic butter on my grill. This is where we can get a little artistic. I'm going to paint that on there. Pre-probe. This is done. Pre-probe. Okay. Anyhow. But you don't want to use all of it because we're going to need some of this butter compound. I learned that word today too. Butter compound is when you mix butter with another spice or product, if you will, and you develop a compound, which is what we have, garlic and butter. Okay. It's been a long Monday, guys. Be patient with me. All right, so we got our garlic and our butter on there. I'm gonna take our steak. I'll pop that puppy right on there. This one, however, I got my probe. And you want to do this with meat that's got some thickness to it. You don't want anything that's really flat that you don't have an area that you can stick your probe into. You want to do it in the middle. You want to make sure you're not hitting any bone if you have meat that has bone. Daisy's all excited. She loves to be probed. I'm kidding. Okay. So I think I've got that in there properly. Make sure you don't want it too close to the bottom of the meat, because then it's going to catch on to that grill temperature and it's going to give you an inaccurate reading. So now we have our steak on the grill, and we're going to close this. I have it set. You can control the sides to set it at certain lengths so that it's not completely touching. I think I want to lower this just a little bit. I have it on a 3. I think I really want it on a 2. Yes, because it's just barely touching, so that's perfect. So now we're going to, actually we're going to push that steak back in there a little bit because we got a little nipple sticking out, a little steak nipple. All right.
Push the button.
Push the button.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay. And then, while that's cooking, our asparagus, I got fresh. So, you'll notice when you get asparagus, it's got this long stem. It's got this woody part down here that even when you cook it, it doesn't get very appetizable, if that's a word. It's not good. So, you'll want to trim your asparagus. That's post-probe. Post-probe trimming. Can you hear that sizzling? Oh, that's going to be so good. So I'm going to get a knife, one of my Pampered Chef knives. Aye, Daisy, aye. And I've got my plastic cutting sleeve here, which I don't have my asparagus sitting on. All right, now I do. Wow, wow, asparagus. So I'm going to trim these up, and your finished product should be about yay long. And then once our steak is done, I'm going to sit it on my cutting board and let my meat rest. Yes, people, it is important to let your meat rest. Don't argue with me, women. I know how you are and how you feel and how you just want to go, 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 but meat needs to rest. So when I pull it off the grill, I'm going to let it rest for 5 minutes, and while it's rested, I'm going to put this asparagus on. So we're going to take a little break. We're going to go for now, but I'm going to bring you all back to show you the finished products. So practice probing.